Dude, honestly, I think that was the most stressful part of this whole chapter, figuring out whether or not I got all the AP or not for the chapter. Oh my, I still can't believe I missed out on that stupid pen side quest in chapter 4. Oh my god. I didn't realize until it was way too late, 20 something hours into chapter 4. Oh, we're skipping a bit. A little over 2 weeks.
Half a month after the incident at Garrelia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire. The government increased patrols by the Railway Military Police as part of their counter-terrorism measures, while the Noble Faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger corps. At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvard to attack the trade conference in Crossbell, and as we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Garrelia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the Noble faction itself.
Oh, wait, these are the Dukes of the Great Houses.
Meanwhile,
oh yeah,
new information
here we
was filtering
go.
in from Crossbell that surprised us all.
The Declaration of Independence. Is this the exposition part? I mean, this is literally the start of a new chapter after we just had, like, a big thing happen with Chapter 5 with stopping the railway guns and stopping an international incident from happening. Your boy Dieter Crois.
During the conference,
President
one of the
Crois.
representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvard and Erebonia. To no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the Noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving. But one thing was clear: that declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
Oh boy, I can't wait. Oh shit. Hey, Celine! Playing with the boys. Well, never mind then. It's the other way around. Oh, what are the cars here for? What's going on?
On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Well, shit. Is that Mueller? Sharon. Conference room. Is this voiced?
And that concludes my biannual report.
Is that twice every year or once every 2 years?
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude
Twice a
tests,
year.
too.
Cause like, I don't remember seeing the Angry Video Game Nerds, like, you know what's bullshit video on, like, the word bi-weekly. that was a funny episode. Because basically, bi-weekly means both twice a week and every other week. So it's like, oh yeah, it's like a bi-weekly thing. It's like, which is it? Hey Seneca, how you doing?
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well.
Banner year?
The Student Council president in particular has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more positive note.
Yeah.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Oh, sure. First thing you mentioned is your share prices.
Undoubtedly. What happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole.
Although that was true, yeah. Like, Crossbell declaring independence and it being the central financial hub of all of Western Zemuria. Yeah, when you have the central hub of the entire part of the continent there declaring independence, it's gonna toss the international economy everywhere. Shares are down for share prices. Well, considering Irina's like the CEO and stuff of Rhineford, you know, the biggest like armament and weapons manufacturer in all of Erebonia. Yeah.
But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping.
Oh?
Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands.
Well, let's take a vacation.
It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes,
Invest in your Baka Box a day.
all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is, and I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Drycles?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Drycles' intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll.
Noble upholding the tradition of social classes. I mean, like, the whole, like, noble commoner thing is, like, a huge dynamic in Erebonian culture and stuff. So this is, like, a very touchy topic.
Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Drycles' true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
Well,
For one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Drycles' time, at least in that particular respect.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
Just turn every other class into basically, like, how Class 7 runs things.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
Although I can't see that ending well with how some of the students can be. Screaming Toaster.
I'm
Seneca,
here to
please.
moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand. That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbal Net should be a top priority.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree. But we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
Yeah, most definitely.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbal Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
Oh.
Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class VII, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Garrelia Fortress. While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study.
What? No, we need this.
We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
That's gonna take a little while, sir.
Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drycles. They become something of a school motto here. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Garrelia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
Leave it to Oliver.
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
Wow.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
I do wonder about my brother sometimes. However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
With the Academy Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
Sixth period special homeroom.
All right, I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival.
See, 127th Military Academy Festival.
The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th.
If only my texture quality is a bit higher, maybe I could read what's actually written on the board. It's somewhat legible, but not that much.
Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do. Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on, no one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
Amelia still has her combat suit. It was appropriate for Garrelia Fortress, but she forgot to change it.
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
Yeah.
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me.
We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival. So as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man, look at you guys taking this all seriously.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
William, god damn it! You think she'd hear it like sometime between when she got here until this point. Nope.
Wait, seriously?
God damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attractions.
On the first years? Oh, wow.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes roll over us because we're small. You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
God damn it, Ferris.
What?
Ferris, god damn it.
It must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
Come on, everyone, get it together.
Instructor Sarah?
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was.
It
but
was.
I thought you all might like to know that the Board of Directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
Then?
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood.
Huh?
Because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
Hey, let's go.
You mean it?
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
Yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
Frozen old man.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh.
If you say so.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Eustace wants to speak to his brother. I wonder what Biola has to say here. Mother! Dad! Marcius, I haven't had the chance to talk with you since the summer festival. Sounds like you were quite the heroes at Garrelia Fortress. Oh, come on, don't tease us. I'll be the first to admit that we acted rashly, but in the end, I have no regrets. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you again. Likewise. May feels so far behind us now. You have questions, no? It's written all over your face. I do. You were in Legrand, weren't you? To meet Duquesne. Correct. I was hoping to have time to greet you and your classmates too, but I imagine you would rather, he not take too close an interest in you. You imagine right. Still, I'm concerned. What is the House of Alberea playing at? And not just us. What are the 4 great houses and the rest of the noble faction trying to accomplish? You ask like there's a simple answer. The 4 great houses aren't as united in opinion as you might think. Even within individual families, there can be disagreements. You and I know that I differ with Father on several issues. But rather than worrying about others' positions, I'd suggest giving some thought to your own, as a member of the family. I'm surprised you actually managed to make it here. I was expecting a business negotiation to crop up just in the nick of time, like it always does. Time is something you make, not something you find. All the more so if you're in a position of responsibility. Lady Elisa is quite the multitasker herself. You should see her. She has no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies. Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much. You need to start using your time more creatively, Elisa, instead of doing what's simply required of you. I saw the railway guns at Garrelia, you know, and I saw what those oxens are capable of. And I can understand why Grandfather regrets ever making them. Do you honestly feel like things like that are necessary? Are you really okay with that? I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you've realized that they're both necessities in this era we live in. Well, the opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions. That's what someone who was truly independent would do anyway.
Still, I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon. Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbell.
Don't mention it. We're
just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did.
We all know how that went down.
I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's President got going.
Exactly. They were both asserting themselves, like, over who gets to actually own Crossbell and take it over. Trying to brush aside Oliver's and Chloe's and everyone else's opportunities to try to, like, say their piece. Honestly, like, that trade conference was, like, one of, like, the most tense moments in the series. Even as someone as jovial looking and sounding as the, President, Rockbell and all. Oh my god. Not for a moment does he ever consider, or does he ever loosen his grip on, trying to hold on to Crossbell. Oh, Rocksmith? Oh, yeah, I'm dumb, sorry. Yeah, Rocksmith, thank you.
Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that lying down.
Milliam.
I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. Well, I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlam in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamp!
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Getlam. Just a hunch.
What? But His Highness wants to see it.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
It's so good to see you again, Mueller.
Lame.
Oliver and William are two peas in a pod.
Oh, who might you be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Oh, did Neidhart mention me?
Yeah, he says he can kick your ass over in Garrelia.
I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women.
Excuse me.
Perhaps the prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool.
Oh my god, he's finally acting horny again.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Cruelty. Thy name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Break down social barriers by going in the pool. Oh.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
You know, I wonder if any of the students were happening to peek over at like what's going on here. Nah. Oh, we're skipping a little bit. Oh, is it? Oh shit. Wait, are we actually gonna have a classroom question, or are we gonna actually have a, or just progress the story a bit more here? Oh no, it's Saturday. Actually, wait, did they still have school on Saturday? 3 days had passed since the board of directors handed down their decision. With the assurance that our field studies would continue, we finally turned our attention to the next month's festival. However, losing those couple days at the end of the month meant we had that much less time to prepare. And no matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of any really compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually... Geez, I can't believe we burned through another week already. But hey, at least it's the perfect weather for a weekend out on the town. I hope you all enjoy your free day tomorrow, especially since you got another practical exam coming up next Wednesday. You couldn't just send us off with "have a good weekend," could you? It just wouldn't be instructed Sarah if she didn't throw in a little dash of torment. And then we have this month's field study coming up at the end of next week, right? Yep, just like we've been planning. We might have made a few changes to the original itinerary, but nothing major. I'll tell you all about it, or about where you're headed after the practical exam. So until then, keep on guessing. Yeah, you don't need to make it into some dramatic revelation. She always does, though. Ooh, I can't wait to find out where we're gonna go this time. Oh, and by the way, you guys really need to figure out what you're going to do for the festival next month. First, you just have to participate, so if you can't think of anything, you'll be showing your field study reports instead. What? That certainly wouldn't be my first choice, or even my fifth. Anyway, that's a wrap for homeroom. If you do the honors, Miss Class President. Yes, instructor. Stand. Bow. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about putting our field study reports on display. I hope. Either way, we need to figure out what we're doing by the start of next week. That sounds wise, especially considering we have our practical exam on Wednesday and a field study next weekend. If that's how things stand, we should make it our goal to at least have some solid ideas by the end of tomorrow. We also need to check out what the other classes are planning. If we ended up doing something that was already done, we'd seem totally redundant. Yeah, we should split up and start gathering some info. But remember, we need to find something that'll work with the number of people we've got. Yeah, all the other classes have more than double the manpower we do, easily. And they all seem to have some pretty grandiose aspirations at that. Huh, if greatness were relying on numbers, museums would be full of artwork produced by the committee. There must be some course of action that can turn our less numbers to our advantage. Yeah, the question is, what? If we had an easy answer, we wouldn't be spending all this time worrying over it. I'm getting kinda pumped up for it. Well, little inter-class competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it might spice things up a bit. Okay, so now we can choose between... Okay. Oh, we can remove it so that it would fit along with, like, whatever the current... Huh. That's because, like, they're still not considered with me, even though I can change their stuff. Alright. Alright, let's get to reading. We got a lot of ground to cover. Oh, hey, Colette. I'm more interested in the food stalls than anything else this festival has to offer. It's so much fun to go around trying all the food on offer. my mouth is already watering. What sort of food do you think they're gonna have at the festival? Anything else? Oh, actually, we didn't check. Oh, wait. Wasn't there the notice board? Important Academy Festival announcement. Only a month remains to the Thors Traditional Academy Festival. Those who require particular equipment or permission to sell food or drink would do well to submit their applications now. As for those who have yet to decide on what they're doing, ADOs help you. Vice Principal Of course the Vice Principal wrote this, oh my god. ADOs help you. Coming up with a good idea for us to do for the festival is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Honestly, I'm starting to think that some kind of display wouldn't be that bad, at least in principle. It wouldn't, but that's the go-to idea for so many of the culture-related clubs. That, and I think that beyond the visitors enjoying it, we should do something we'd enjoy putting together too. True enough. A display-type exhibit would always work in a pinch, but it wouldn't be something we get excited about. Agreed. But now that you say that, I'm wondering what we could do that we would enjoy working on. We never had customs like this in Nord, so it might take a while for me to come up with any useful ideas. I just came up with a good idea. No, we're not gonna set up a firing range. Oh, let's hear it. A shoot. I was just joking about that! I know Fee way too well. A shooting gallery using real bullets. Only problem is that you put a hole in your prize. Why are we shooting at the prize? Why don't we set up targets? Oh, that's the only problem? Yeah, that would never fly on Academy grounds. Dang. Well, I'm out of it. I don't know, fucking obstacle course or something like that. I don't. No, that wouldn't be a fun thing for the students. Coming up with these is annoying. Maybe think a little less dangerous for your next one, okay? Oh my gosh, she actually wanted to set up a firing range. Seems like most clubs already have their plans sorted out, or for the festival sorted out. What if we're the only ones who haven't decided on anything yet? We really need to hurry and figure out what we're gonna do. To tell you the truth, I'd like to do another performance sometime. Hopefully we'll get the chance someday. My class has the coolest idea for the festival, but they're also mean. You break everything they touch, they said. For the love of ADOs, please just sit still, they said. I mean, come on! Can you believe that? Sure, I'm a tad accident-prone, but they're completely ignoring how helpful I am. Well, fine, I'm busy with something else right now anyway. Let them do their own thing. Busy with something else, huh? Is it bad that I'm morbidly curious? It took a while, but my arms finally all healed up. I can finally play the violin again, pain-free. It's been so long that I forgot how relaxed I feel while playing it. Being away from my violin, so long made me forget just how relaxing it is to play. Now I can finally get back to it and make up for some lost time. I saw Alan heading toward the fencing club earlier. He's had this look of determination lately. It's as if he's trying to do whatever it takes to change himself and get stronger. I just can't sit around twiddling my thumbs while Alan's working so hard on his fencing. Alan put so much effort into playing piano that my performance will send tears of joy streaming down his face. Wait. No. Actually, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Wait, Million was in here. I was like, wait, where's, Margarita? I'd all but given up on the idea that anyone new would join our club, but then came along Million. She's every bit as creative with her cooking as Margarita, too. I really couldn't be happier. Our new cook has really added some spice to the cooking club's broth. If this keeps up, we might even be able to do something special for the festival. Change it back to your uniform, your immersion. I can't! It's locked! It's locked because she's not actually in our party. I only wanted to change it for Garrelia Fortress, but they never let me get access back to change her back. Milliam, you might want to try being a little more gentle. Putting too much strength into it will ruin the whole thing. I gotcha, I know what I'm doing. I have a sinking feeling that she doesn't. I have no issue with Milliam taking an interest in cooking. What does concern me, however, is that she seems to be completely ignoring all of my advice. ADO save us. Redo the previous chapter? Oh my god. When did you end up joining the cooking club, Milliam? Not that long ago. I figure I get to eat all kinds of tasty stuff here. Just remember that it's the cooking club, not the eating club. Don't worry, I'm making stuff too. I made a stove blow up the other day. Milliam! I made the stove blow up the other day. Oh boy. Cooking's actually pretty fun. I even let Lammy help me with pounding and flattening the ingredients. You can't see my face right now, but I'm just staring down the ground right now. I can even let Lammy help me with pounding and flattening ingredients. Please don't do that. There's no helping this girl. Of course Claire's still here. She's still working on the same goddamn thing. The festival? I couldn't care less. It all just sounds like a ton of work. Where will you find me during the festival? Right here, working as I always do. You know, you think that you at least set up like, out of all the classes and clubs, that the art club will put out like a display of their work. So, don't you have at least something to put out? You've been working on the same damn thing for this whole game. Seeing Mother at the meeting convinces me more than ever that she'll never change. But I still can't believe she's been on the board of directors this whole time. Well, the revelation did kind of come out of nowhere. Did you manage to talk to her at all? Technically, yes. Here's a way of saying all the things I don't want her to say, though. Elisa. Sorry, don't worry about it. No sense dwelling on the past when we've got plans to make for the festival. I don't want her laughing at me for going on about being independent and then not being able to make one simple decision. Yeah, you're right. We should figure out our festival plans for now. And maybe down the line I'll actually get to have a proper conversation with my mother. Let's see what they're talking about first. Talk of the festival brings back memories of our play last year. My appearance on stage could be likened to a breathtakingly beautiful butterfly. Oh, whoops! I've accidentally right-clicked. So wonderfully charming I was that ladies in the audience had to shut their eyes to resist swooning over me. Yeah. Some might say that your acting simply put everyone to sleep. You may be unaware, however. What is this feeling of impending doom? His acting last year was truly a sorry sight. One can only hope that our operetto is worlds better. Okay, Margarita, what do you have to say? Beloved Vincent, whatever will you be up to during the festival? Wouldn't it be splendid to use the event to spend some quality time together? I'd love nothing more than to spend the festival snuggled up to my darling Vincent. Perhaps he'll stop by my class to see what we're up to. Oh boy, run! That was the wrong class. Or room. The Academy's been pretty lively lately. You can really tell we're closing in on the festival. I've got my own things to take care of beforehand, but just let me know if you need a hand with anything. The festival only rolls around once a year, so you best make it count. And if you got some festival stuff you need me to take care of, just ask away. I'll do what I can to get things done. Well, we know who to count on. If we need more manpower. I can't help but be nervous while sending off members of the board of directors. Each one is so in demand that their visits are few and far between. And since they're all VIPs, I need to muster up all my confidence to even say hello. Just thinking about it is exhausting. Prince Oliver would be intimidating enough on his own, but everyone else on the board is a VIP too. I suppose it's no surprise given the man who founded the Academy. It pleases me to see how well Prince Oliver is doing. Haha, he was quite the troublemaker during his time at the Academy. I never thought I'd see him holding on to a firm set of ideas and working so hard. It's a pleasant surprise. It's hard to believe that 8 years have passed since he graduated. He's grown up into a fine man indeed. Excuse me. Yeah, we're closing in on 120 hours in this game. Oh no, Instructor Thomas. Oh yeah, on the free day. I need to rev up the omelet factory to stock up on the next field study so we don't have to spend time grinding in case we don't get Elliot. Although, I feel like we might get Elliot, but... who knows how they'll divvy up the class. So might as well do it now, then be sorry later. Yes, if possible, I would like to guide some children from town through the festival. My Rosine, you're certainly jumping into the sister lifestyle with both feet, aren't you? Well, I see no issue with that, so go round up those kids and bring them along. What a relief. Thank you so much, instructor. Not at all. Not at all. Keep up the good work at church. It's customary for the sisters to escort children without parental supervision around the festival. I'm absolutely sure that you're the perfect sister to do so this year. I plan on nominating myself to take the children around this year's festival. It should be the perfect opportunity to get to know them all, a little better. Try and come up with an idea for the festival soonish, okay? Though I guess that's easier said than done. What with the board's decision to go forward with your next field study. I know. We're pretty limited on the time we can devote to brainstorming. Well, either way, better to have a few ideas knocking around sooner than, or instead of waiting till the last minute. The longer you take, the more of the vice principal's angry ranting I'll have to endure. We'll do everything we can. Time has a way of getting away from you, you know? That deadline's gonna come knocking at your door before you realize it. You'll have to work twice as hard as the other students now that you've been given the go-ahead for your next field study. The Epstein Foundation's saying they find a vulnerability in their main OS. It might be in ours too, actually. I'll have to take a look and fix it if I find it. I've never really mentioned this, but you're pretty amazing with computers, Instructor Makarov. I guess. It's all such a pain, though. I'd really rather not have to do this stuff. Worse yet, it's probably unnecessary since our computers aren't connected to any outside networks. Might as well try to avoid anything that could be trouble, though. Foreshadowing, maybe. I don't know. The first board of directors meeting went rather well. Though I was surprised to hear that they won't be canceling your field studies. I'll write this decision if you ask me. Just what do they plan on doing, should incidents occur off campus? What do you want? You won't be getting any festival advice from me. Okay. Hello, Instructor Nightheart. Glad to see you made it back to the academy. Indeed. All matters relating to the attack on Garrelia Fortress have been taken care of, so I am free to return. I apologize that I was unable to teach you for such an extended period of time. Don't worry. Instructor Sarah did a fine job filling in for you. Is that so? I'll be sure to thank her later. Not the type to leave debts unpaid, is he? By the way, I heard that Mueller was present for the board of directors meeting. I can only imagine that accompanying Prince Oliver is a constant struggle. Oh, no doubt. Perhaps that's just the Vander family's fate. Oh, whoops. The situation is still somewhat unstable, but I do not plan on letting that interfere with my lesson plan. Do not let instability interrupt your studies either. Wait. I just see. Oh no, that was for the door here. Yeah. Let's see, vice principal, or the principal. I'm rather looking forward to what Class 7 does for the festival. Y'all come from a wealth of different backgrounds, each with your own unique experiences. Oh yeah, it would be totally awkward if we couldn't come up with anything with such a unique class compared to the rest of the school, huh? In that regard, I'd like to see something that only such a gathering of individuals could do. No pressure. We really need to pull something off, or we really need to pull off something great now that we're facing these kinds of expectations. Class 7 would receive high praise during the board of directors meeting too. I hope they see something that blah 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 blah. No pressure. These flowers are in bloom and giving off a gentle calming aroma. The seeds Fee planted have bloomed into beautiful flowers. I'm so happy for her. It's all because she poured so much love into them. Helping these flowers grow was no easy task, especially with that sudden shower, but her hard work all paid off in the end. Hold on, we're going fishing. Oop.
Now that's a catch.
CP restored by 75. God damn.
What even is this?
Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh, I'm gonna have to do the slower way of doing spamming omelets, because during the free day, we'd have to go into the old schoolhouse and then go back out. Oh man. That's gonna suck. Because all that back and forth is gonna add so much time compared to doing it during a field study. Actually, oh wait, no, the free day. Wait. Oh yeah.
Caught one.
I'm getting some thoughts mixed around as well.
Not bad.
Alright. Daisio. What do you got, Laura? She practicing? Ah, swim club. Ball. Rito transforms into some kind of monster if you put a sword in her hands. But I won't give up. Not after the promise I made to Bridget. I'll keep on training and improving myself so I can keep that promise. One day I'll even be Frito. You still have a long way to go, Alan. I get that you're focused on the festival right now, but you can't use that as an excuse to slack off. It felt like I was just squaring off against a demon just now. Oh, wait, I want you to be able to bring me to my knees by the time I graduate. You first years have to carry the club once we're gone, after all. Well done. Hey, Patrick! Hello, Schwarzer. I've been hearing rumors that Class 7 still hasn't decided what to do for the festival. Do tell me they're untrue. I wish I could, but they're true. How about your class? Decision already made? Huh, you should have expected no less. Not only that, we even started our preparations and even organized a practice schedule. Needless to say, things are proceeding very smoothly for us at the moment. Wow, that's really impressive, especially a month ahead of time. That's not to say I don't have concerns, however. I come from one of the 4 great houses, meaning that rumors have been spreading about my family and their plans. This is exacerbated by the fact that I find the rumors believable. My family may well be up to something in secret. Patrick. Huh, they're only rumors. At the moment, it's our priority to fulfill our duty to this academy, which means you need to hurry up and decide upon an idea. Understood? Will do. Good luck with whatever it is your class is up to as well. Huh. Regardless, our top priority is to fulfill our duty to the academy. Well, your top priority at least. Mine is to defeat Frito and regain a scrap of my honor. Even landing a single blow will get me motivated for— Damn, that bad? Not even a hit. Damn, she's not holding back, is she? Still, the first year's gotten pretty good. They're holding their own. Sounds like you're under the impression that you won't be joining us. As luck would have it, you're actually up next. Get over here. Guess I should have seen that coming. Fine, let's do this. This is a good chance to finally get in a win against her anyway. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Anyone on the top? No. Anything around here by any chance? Not really. I'm sorry. The fact that they're just floating is just so dumb. No amount of like waviness to the water can try to like alter this. They need like some idle floating animation, please. Oh my god. Man, summer just flew by. We need to get used to swimming in the cold and fast, especially since it's gonna be like this all the way up until next summer. Swimming in the cold is a great way to up your tolerance both physically and mentally. I mean, sure, it all comes away if you overdo it, and you get yourself sick, but still. You know, I would have expected that icy winter weather would be a sign for the swimming club to take a break. But nope, guess we gotta suck it up and carry on some twisted academy tradition. I guess I better get used to swimming in the cold so I don't get sick or anything. Today I'd like you to try the butterfly stroke. Really? Isn't that a little advanced? Heh, don't worry. It takes some getting used to, but I'm sure you'll be able to manage. If you put in the time to practice every day, you'll have it down faster than you think. We have to decide on what we're going to do for the festival soon. I'll see if any ideas come to me while I swim. Laura's as strict as ever when it comes to practice. I can't deny that she makes me want to work even harder though. Well, okay. Next! We plan on helping any and all clubs that will be making use of the field for the festival. What could Elisa and Ferris's class have in store for us? Second years don't have to take part in the festival if they don't want to. They say it's because we're at the point where we're supposed to decide what to do with the rest of our lives. But seriously, this is the only time we ever get to be students, right? Might as well enjoy it while I can. Practically all the second years will be joining in on the festival fun anyway. That's the same line. Usus! I had planned on questioning my brother about the Noble Faction's intentions while he was here for the board meeting. However, he managed to definitely dodge my queries and avoided anything, even remotely resembling an answer. There's definitely something odd going on with them. The Noble Faction, I mean. I've even heard rumors suggesting that they're linked to the terrorists. At any rate, it's our responsibility as nobles to do all we can to understand what's really going on. And our life here at the Academy, particularly our field studies, provides us the perfect opportunity to do so. I agree. Our priority right now should be thinking up something grand we can do for the Academy Festival. With my brother sitting on the board of directors, half-assed ideas just won't cut it. We need the idea of the decade here, something so brilliant only we ever could conceive it, or whatever. We pretty much locked down our festival plans over in Class 5. I'm thinking of helping out the writing club instead, though. Mainly because I'd like to put the things I've learned here to use. Ha ha ha! Simply perfect, Woodcomb. The festival shall go splendidly if you keep up this pace. Seriously? You guys haven't decided on what you'll be doing? You're not gonna have any time to prepare if you don't figure it out soon. We're working on it. We're working on it. I hope. Oh my god, Becky and Hugo. Since we have our respective classes to assist, I propose that we do our food stuff preparations on our free days. Aye, we'll meet here at 5 in the morning. Alternatively, how about we don't? I'm sorry, I just have this thing where I just really don't like reading when people say yas. I'm sorry, just that particular word in particular, or that word in particular just bothers the hell out of me when anyone says it. Good comeback, mate. Good to see you getting used to that. Becky's brain remains an enigma to me, but I suppose that whimsy is one of her good points. I cannot believe it. Hugo, the weed ticket can actually make some comebacks now. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Becky, something tells me that your praise is a bit facetious. This festival couldn't be more a material gold mine if it were handcrafted by Adios herself. Huh, You should have heard the guys and girls arguing about their plans. It got really heated. Haha. Thanks for the material, everyone. Oh, Reed, by the way, I'm counting on you to cause some trouble again, too. Blessed be Adios for the creation of the Academy Festival. I'm gonna submit so many stories the radio station won't know what to do with themselves. Probably they'll look and pick one. At most. To think that the chairman of the board of directors here is the famous Prince Oliver. He's supposed to be a fascinating man, so I'd love to see him for myself. It's not as though he's going to come strolling into the library, though. He's so close, but so far away. I wish I could trade places with Bianca at reception just this once. I mean, he's a prince. Just think about how regal and handsome he must be. Well, I'll leave that to imagination. The regalness, I mean, he is a prince, but I mean, I'm sure she'll be surprised with the way he'll act. But I'm a librarian, so I can't leave the library just for a peek at royalty. I seem to have developed a reputation as a font of random knowledge thanks to all the reading I do. So my classmates have decided that I'm in charge of everything related to our event setting. Our project has something to do with the stars, so maybe I should tie it to mythology somehow? Good luck. I don't think we've read Erebonian Folklore. I think that's new. Erebonian Folklore, Volume 3. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore. Perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the last in the series of 3 books that introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia that will probably be foreshadowed for the upcoming games. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. The Dark Dragon. Oh boy. An evil dragon said to have emerged from beneath the earth in Haina during the early Dark Ages. It is said that the miasma it exhaled turned the capital into a city of the dead, resulting in Erebonia's center being temporarily moved to Saint Arc to the south. Though no hard evidence exists to verify these claims, according to the legends, it was eventually vanquished by the Emperor and his knights. The Great Knight. A giant knight claimed to have appeared on the continent on numerous occasions since even before the Erebonian Empire was founded 1,000 years ago. Oh wait. Oh yeah, the Nord Highlands, the giant knight sitting in the mountaintop. Or on the mountaintop, more exactly. Existing descriptions of it are vague and differ between regions, suggesting that its existence is mere legend. About that... Okay, hold on, I need to stand up and stretch. Ugh. Oh crap, yeah, I really do need to stretch. Okay, hold on. I will take a little stretch break right now. Because my back is not feeling the greatest. I mean, even before the stream, I was kind of sitting on my ass for pretty much the past several hours. Oh. Alright. The Immortal King. Terrifyingly powerful fiends. Oh wait, wasn't that the one we... Oh no, the one we follow is Nosferatu. Terrifyingly powerful fiends which exist in many tales across the country, said to wield a staff and have a skull for a head. They are rumored to steal the lives of any who witness them. The origins of these particular creatures are unknown, and some provinces regard them as no different from the Grim Reaper. the Crimson Demon, a fabled devil said to wield 1,000 weapons. Accounts describe it as wreathed in flames, but only a small number of reports exist, all found in the area surrounding Heimdall. J. Arendt? So the black dragon, or dark dragon. Hey, look at who it is. Oh, decided to make a little visit to the academy today, did you? I'm kind of at a loss for her as to what our class could do for the festival. You wouldn't happen to have any good ideas, would you? Just kidding. We'll figure something out, probably. She seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some more next time. Alright. And okay. Student union time. I wonder when we're gonna get our next Red Moon Rose. Loads of people come to the Academy Festival every year. The students' families, former students, people from Trista, and other folks from even farther away than that. Maybe I'll get to meet some cute girl this year. It's always tough preparing for it, but you get even more out of it than you put in. Man, it would be nice to get the blue tunic, but I do not want to give up this 10% evasion. Yeah. Oh yeah, Imperial Chronicle. Nah, we don't need my battle scopes. I think I'll read the Imperial Chronicle before we get to the front entrance again. But also, let me go use the restroom real quick. I really need to go. So, be right back for one moment. Yeah, I kind of want to get something to snack on, but it's like past midnight already though. Nah, I should show some self-restraint and wait for tomorrow. Oh well, be right back though. Give me a moment.